like a Hellcat.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Logan here from Toxicity, and today I thought I'd just show you guys my pretty much brand new PC build. I mean, I built it a couple of months ago. That's what I've been making my videos on lately, but I just needed some time to test it and see how well it ran, get the OS set up and all that. And now here I am, showing you guys my brand new, pretty much PC. So I guess I'll start by showing you guys the outside. It's in a Thermaltake Versa H25 case. So it's pretty sturdy. ATX mid-tower. Feels a little bit cheapy in the outside metal, which is a little bit flimsy. Power button shakes a little bit. Now we'll move on to the back panel here. It's kind of got all my stuff. It's got my HDMI running into my video card. Another HDMI up here with the motherboard, but that's not going to run through video cards, so you don't want that. Got my Ethernet just going straight into the motherboard along with my keyboard, mouse, and printer. So I've got USB 3.1s, USB 3.0s, and USB 2.0s. I got a VGA and a DVI on the motherboard. Graphics card also has a DVI, but it has a DVI to VGA adapters in case you ever need that in your life, which I don't see why you would. I mean, VGA sucks. Got a full display port right here on the graphics card, video card, whatever you want to call it. And front panel, which is really on the top right here, you have, again, the power button, which is really shaky and not that good feeling. You have a reset button, which I will not dare to touch. Audio ports, you know, your headphone jack and microphone jack. You have more headphone and microphone jacks in the back, of course. And you have USB 2.0 and USB 3.0. So that is basically the outside of this computer. I really like this case because, unlike some of the others I had in the past, you just unscrew these two little screws right here, which you can either unscrew them or they have these little rubber grips around them, and you can just use your fingers and unscrew it like that instead of having to get a screwdriver. So same thing on the other side panel, and then the front panel just pops right off if you grab it right here, which I don't want to do because it takes a little bit of force and I have to kind of tip this thing over. Kind of awkward to get to. Also, like I said, it's pretty flimsy metal. Other than that, I do like this case. Each side has its own kind of little bulge, so it's really good for having that on the other side, because on the other side it has that same kind of bulge, so you can fit all your wires back there. Really good for cable management. Cable management, it's not that great, but I think it's fine, really. It's not bad. I've got my motherboard, which is a MSI B150 PC Mate. It's not the best for overclocking, but it's $98. It runs DDR4, runs pretty much all the latest stuff. You're not going to have any compatibility issues with like getting stuff plugged into this. The only problem you will probably have is the fan plugs. They're all placed in such weird places. Like, you know, there's some like down here and in here. And it's like, where's a fan going to be that's going to plug into that? So that's my only real complaint, is the overclocking and the fans. Next is my processor, which I have standard fan on, which isn't the best, but it works because, you know, it's not going to be running that hot, I don't think. I have an i5 6600, so it's 4 cores, really good processor, which makes up for the fact that my GPU is only an EVGA, which is, they're really good, but the model is a GeForce GTX 750 Ti superclocked. So it's older, like 2014, I think, but it runs 1080p just fine. It's great. I mean, the way they work together, the CPU and the GPU, makes it run really nicely. We have let's see, 8 gigabytes of DDR4 2400 RAM. Holding that all together, we have our Antec VP450F, I believe. Yeah, 450F power supply, 450 watts of raw power. It's 80 plus certified, so you get like 80% efficiency plus, which that's actually really good. It's a tier 2, so it's really good, and it's actually real cheap. And then finally you have the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1 terabyte hard drive. So after you've paid for all this, it comes out to around $590, $600, and the OS, depending on what you get, is going to cost you that much more. Processor's about $219, motherboard's about $89, graphics card is about $100, maybe $90, about $90 actually. The power supply is about $40-ish. Same with the hard drive, which is about $40, $35 for the RAM. Case is about $24. So, you know, it's overall a pretty solid build. Comes out to around $600 some for me. I bought it all on Newegg. Got everything within like 3 days, and then it took 5 days to get the case in, and then I built it all that weekend. So overall, really nice build. Also forgot to mention, got 3 fans. We got 2 blue light up fans. They got some nice blue LEDs in them, and then a stock fan in there that came with the case. And so yeah, that's basically the whole build. It's pretty solid, I think. Runs real nice. So now to show you guys the startup times and some just gameplay. Compare it to some other things. So I've turned off all the lights in here just so I could turn on my monitor and you guys would be able to see it nice and fine. And I'm going to turn this on so you can see the amazing startup times, because I can't really record my screen when the BIOS is up, so I'm going to just record this. Pro Series MSI, and that's my motherboard right there. Startup times are usually really, really good. See, it's already through the BIOS, and there you go. It started up completely. Also, another reason I turned off the lights is so you could see the LEDs, which you can't really see them. You can see them really good in real life, but not with the camera. You can see them in there, and then I'm going to turn the PC around so you can see them in the front panel, hopefully. Yeah, you can kind of see them there. Yeah, there you go. Not the brightest things in the world, but again, in real life, they look a lot better. Alright, so we're just going to play some GTA 5 since that's such a common and loved game on both the PC and all the consoles. It's a great game. You know, everyone should honestly have this at this point. Anyways, though, it's a very taxing game, to give it that. It's got a lot of physics all running at the same time, a lot of textures all loading at the same time. So it's kind of taxing on your GPU and CPU both, and all your RAM. So you know, I have a really, really good CPU, but my GPU is just kind of good. So I've heard from a lot of people who've gotten just like a kind of good or kind of almost bad AMD processor, but then they have a really, really good GPU, and they're like, oh, dude, I can't even run GTA at this point. Then I'm like, I run GTA great. It looks amazing on my computer, much better than any of the consoles I've ever played it on. So hopefully you guys will see that in the recording, how amazing it looks. I'll probably even put it up against some of the GTA 5 PS4 footage I have left over and show a little bit of comparison. But I think it looks really nice. So let's jump right into this.